So one of the things I like to do, in addition to collecting, is repairing and restoring old vintage action figures, toys, Transformers, Star Wars, you name it. Just so happens that I have a nasty, filthy, dirty, old vintage Star Wars figure right here. I'm gonna provide some still shots as well. You can see the condition that he's in pre-cleaning, and I'm gonna show you how to restore him. And so he looks pretty much mint out of the package. He should, by the end of this, look at least a C9 quality. Everything that you see here has been treated the way I'm going to show you how to treat this guy for restoration. I've seen a lot of how-to guides online, written and video. I think I might have some extra things to offer for that extra touch. Here's the Millennium Falcon, looking pretty much like it came out, the way it came out of the package in 1980. I don't know. I'll probably, again, take some still shots of all these restoration jobs I did, because I don't know how well this is focusing in the camera. But this is, if you can't tell in the video, this stuff is shiny, shiny clean. Let's see if I can bring the cockpit nice and close. Open the canopy. See some shiny action figures. Pull this guy out. This guy was filthy. I remember when I got this guy. It's Bespin Han. I don't know how effective doing this on video is. I'll leave this guy out of here. Bring the leg down. 3PO, the Vader case. This thing was nasty. It smelled like cigarettes. Let me move this out of the way. I'm going to open this and just show you guys another little something. In addition to cleaning, once you've got all your stuff all clean, if you want to use these old cases, I don't know if any of you remember back in the day in the 80s when these were being sold, 70s and 80s, they weren't incredibly popular because they didn't hold your action figures in. You'd open the box and they'd all suicide out of their slots. Keep them in plastic bags. These snack bags can be bought, anywhere from Walmart to Target, wherever. Snack size bags, so not sandwich size, snack size. It's the next size down. Don't keep them in long term in the standard snack bags. Eventually, you're going to want to get there are special collector bags that you can buy. They're a lot more pricey, but for just for a couple years, if you're going to store them until you have a permanent place, this snack bags are a great thing. The reason I say don't store them long term, like 5-10 years, is because the plastics that these bags are made of, these snack bags, they were never made to last as permanent collector item storage. So they break down. Eventually, well, I'm not going to say they definitely will break down. I need to do more research, but eventually they might be the type of plastic that breaks down. But they're great. I mean, this is really a nice way to keep these guys. Zip them tight, and they work great for display. They hold everything nice. They just give that extra bit of they fill in that extra bit of space so that you can, pack it up, shake it up real good. Let's see if anything fell out. It made me look stupid. Nope, it's pretty good. So anyway, let me close this up and get on with the cleaning. So again, as I said, in addition to the tips you probably already know about using dishwashing detergent to clean your action figures and using a brush and this and that, hopefully the extra things I'm going to provide you with here will take your vintage restorations to the next level. So here we are at the kitchen sink. We've got our filthy, dirty Hoth Rebel Soldier, or Rebel Commander, whatever. I want to just show everybody what I've done with this toothbrush here. This is just a cheapo, I think it was a dollar store toothbrush or something like that. So what I did was I took some scissors and I snipped down here, so this end is shorter and this end is longer. And the idea, probably you already know before I say it, the longer bristles are for the flat, large areas. They just want to get a lot of coverage. And the short bristles are for those more detailed areas. You want to dig in on the face and some of this detailed stuff. I don't want to pull this so close to the camera that it gets out of focus, but if you can see these very detailed areas in his back here, you want to really get in and see. I don't cut the bristles so short that they're gonna damage the paint. I don't know that they would anyway, but it's still, this is about as short as you need. This is nice and stiff, just right about here. It's about 1 centimeter or so. Anyway, I'm gonna get right to work. So what else should I say before I start scrubbing? Yeah, get the water nice and warm. We're going to use, this is pretty warm. Not so hot that it burns your hand, just warm. It probably doesn't even make a difference. I'm going to use just regular old, I got Palmolive antibacterial here. You never know where these guys have been. I got one case of these guys one time on Craigslist, and they smelled like cigarette smoke. And then after I had paid for them, the guy disclosed to me that the building that he lives in has a rat problem. Rat droppings everywhere. I was like, great, wonderful. So I always use antibacterial. Let's just put it that way. So you get in there, and let's see if the camera can get this. You really want to get in there and just scrub everything down. Take your time, pull the arms out like this, you see. Get under there, you know. Same thing with the legs. You want to get in that crotch area. Get one leg back, one leg forward. Same thing the other way. Pull the legs the opposite directions. Make sure you get everything. Lots of coverage. And don't be afraid to use the short, you know, use the long end to get all the large flat areas. And then get down in there with the short bristles. Just really dig deep. You know, you only want to do this once. You don't have to keep doing this every year. You know, you want to get this guy in perfect condition, and then you never have to deal with this again. Another note is that even on the large flat areas, where I was talking about using the larger bristles, you still want to use these short bristles to get out little paint thing, not paint, dirt and things like that. You know, these are really for scrubbing. If you really scrub hard, you can get yellowing out, all kinds of stuff, all kinds of nasty discoloration. You really want to get in there, and you know, a lot of time on old plastic begins to melt down. I don't know how many people know this, but plastic really, after 20, 30 years, you might open a package or open up an old bag with some action figures in it, and you'll notice there's like a residue, sometimes even just straight up liquid. Almost seems like there's some liquid in the like on the surface of the plastic PVC figure like this, or an action playset or something. And it's actually the plastic itself has begun to break down, and it smells like cigarettes, you know. It's a weird smell. It's nasty. So you might find that some of these older action figures are a little bit tacky to the touch. It's not the case with this guy, not too much, but in general, yeah, you might get an old vintage Star Wars or G.I. Joe or Transformer, and it's kind of just tacky, like a little bit sticky, like tape that's lost its stick. And that actually is the plastic and just whatever goo is on there. So you get in there with the toothbrush and really scrub good and get all that off. And I'll show you what the next step is. We're going to let this dry. I let it dry overnight, and I put his arms out like this so that the slots open up. Same thing with his legs, have them open at different angles so that all the grooves and everything are exposed. And just leave him out like this, like that. That's probably good like that. Okay, here we are. This little guy is completely dried. He's been drying overnight. As you saw moments ago, he was completely cleaned head to toe with my custom toothbrush, bristle brush, and antibacterial dishwasher detergent, dish soap. Again, remember antibacterial because you never know where these guys have been, like a rat-infested apartment from Craigslist, for example. So anyway, I like to have them dry completely overnight so that there's no water hiding in the cracks or seams anywhere. I find it necessary for this next step, this next and final step, which I'm going to show you with this product here. You'll remember moments ago in the video I mentioned that these action figures, whether they be Star Wars or Transformers or G.I. Joe, sometimes you'll open one up or have them in a plastic bag hiding away for 20, 25 years or so. Regardless where you find it, but you'll find it with this sticky substance all over them, or they'll be tacky to the touch like I was describing, or even a liquid all over them, like covered in like a clear liquid, and that funky smell I described, like that cigarette kind of smell. What I was referring to is the breakdown of the plastic itself. I wasn't trying to describe gunk and gook and nasty things that have gotten from the outside onto the figure to make it dirty, like exterior. What I was referring to is that stickiness most often is actually the plastics the plasticizers and chemicals within this PVC plastic seeping out of the plastic and leaking out onto the surface. It's a nasty process. You may not like to hear this, but all of your plastic action figures are currently melting down very slowly, but they are sort of decomposing, if you will. They're melting down slowly, kind of like if you imagine it like a slow-flowing liquid. This, you know, like silly putty, but even slower. So to halt the process, I use this brand, Black Magic. You can find it really cheap at like Walmart or somewhere like that. You don't have to use this brand. It's Pro Shine Protectant. So it's Black Magic Pro Shine Protectant. Mother's detailing product company, car detail. This is a car detailing product, I should point out. This is a dashboard cleaner. There's a brand called Mother's. There's another brand called Armor All. Everybody's probably familiar with that. There's all kinds of brands out there. You don't have to use Black Magic, but what you're looking for is a dashboard cleaner. This is billed as a dashboard cleaner and protectant. What you really want to make sure is that somewhere on the package, somewhere on the label, it says that it's a restorative. The idea is this stuff, these products are designed by all the different car detailing companies to restore sun-baked dashboards, sun-baked plastic and vinyl old dashboards. You know what a dashboard has been sitting in the sun for 20 years, you have a 20-year-old car or something like that, and your dashboard is cracked and brittle, or your vinyl seat covers are cracked and brittle and sun-baked. That's because the plasticizers in the plastic which make plastic you know, flexible, they've all seeped out or they've been burned out. So the chemicals like this, products like this, will put the plasticizers back in. Now, before you guys get all scared and people viewing this get nervous about me doing this to vintage figures, I spoke with a chemist recently about this, and he said it's absolutely okay. You're not changing the molecular structure of the plastic. You're not changing your priceless vintage figures at all. They're not undergoing any sort of change. You're just adding the plasticizers back in the plastic, and it helps restore it. And the nice thing is you shouldn't have to do this very often. This isn't something you do every year or every 5 years. This is a restorative process to make these things last, you know, hopefully longer than you last, you know. So, yeah, and the other thing, we're not just restoring this, we're not just protecting the plastic. This product, or whatever dashboard cleaner and restorative product you choose to use, it makes it look shiny, and it makes it look just like it looked back in 1981 or 82 or 77 when you first opened it out of the blister package. So I think that's all I need to say about that. I think we're going to go ahead and start polishing this guy up. So let's go ahead and do it. It only takes a minute to do. It's really quick. There we go. You don't need to shake it or anything like that. I'll just put a little bit of cloth. Actually, that was actually a lot, but it doesn't matter. Just get it all in there. I like to just rub it all over them first, and then we'll get in the cracks and things like that. You basically just kind of towel them off as if you had just gotten out of the shower, and just get it all over everywhere. And you want to really, I like to really work it in. Just work it into the plastic, you know. Same thing as you would do in your car. You know, you get in there with, I don't know if anybody watching this has done any car detailing or detailed their own car, but when you're using this kind of chemicals on your dashboard or plastic fixtures or anything on the car, you really rub it in. It says to rub it in, to really, you know, buff it into the surface. Let's do one more squirt there. Okay. I'm going to just use this last bit to get in underneath, get underneath his scarf, everything. Just turn the head around there, get way in there, get underneath the arms, everything. I just want to get every single little bit. And I'll show you what we're going to do next. This is where this is what's going to make the difference. I mean, I showed you the comparisons of my already restored action figures, like that Darth Vader or the Bespin guard, as compared to a figure that was just cleaned and put away. This is the difference. Okay, so now it's pretty much done. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to just grab him by the little toes there. I'm going to put his arms out again, the same way I did when I was finished cleaning. I just get him in this kind of position. I don't know what I want to call this position here, but let's go. And I'm using the towel to touch him. I'm trying not to use my fingertips to touch him, just on the boots here, somewhere where you won't notice. And I put him down like this to dry. Again, for a few hours, maybe even overnight all over again. And the reason why is if you've ever detailed a car with this stuff, if you were to finish polishing your dashboard and then you just left the cloth right on there, what would that do? You know what it would do. It would leave this texture of the cloth. Or same thing with fingerprints. If you were to put a fingerprint on there somewhere, it's gonna, you know, when it dries, that fingerprint will be in there. It's just like buffing a car, waxing a car surface, or what have you. So we're gonna try to touch them as minimally as possible with our fingertips here. Let's get all possible imprints and textures from the towel off. Just kind of rub it and just leave it like that. And that's what we're gonna do. We're gonna leave it for a couple hours. I might even leave it overnight, and then we'll come back and see how he looks. But you really want to have as few points touching any surface as possible. You don't want it to... Anyway, you get the idea. Okay, we'll be back. Okay, so it's been a few hours now. He is dry. He's ready to be handled. Let's take a look. Let's get him out of his push-up position. At least I call it a push-up position, whatever. I guess you could come up with a different name. Let's just call it that. So, yeah, if you look at the boots now, they have a much more polished sheen to them. Let me see if I can get this in focus here. I want to get close enough to see the difference. But here's an existing. This is a guy I used, our friend from Bespin here. I used him as a comparison earlier in the video. You can see he has this shine all over him, and now he does too. Whereas earlier, I'll provide still photos because it's hard to tell on video, but the still photos will really reveal the difference. Now these are identically shiny and, you know, polished looking. Big difference. And as you can see, he is the last one missing. See, Hoth Rebel Soldier. He was the last one missing from a complete case set. This guy, I just took him out of here to demonstrate, but I'll put him back in. So when I'm actually done with this video, I'm excited to bag him up and stick him in the spot. I finally have a complete case. I just thought to do this video since it was my last one, sort of my last chance at polishing one of these guys up. So I brought out a bunch of other items, all of which have been treated with the same treatment, the dish soap, and then I'm trying to close in here so you can see the quality, the shininess. Here's all the other characters that didn't fit in the case. All of them have been treated with that Pro Shine Protectant. Here's the Deathstar Playset I got. When I got this, it was actually new in the box. However, it was, you know, from 1977, filthy. I mean, absolutely filthy. This guy had it, I guess, in his, you know, a family member's attic or something. He took great care of it. The fact that it still had the box and everything was in bags, but it was still, just over the years, it was musty and filthy. Luckily, no decals had been applied, so I was able to disassemble everything. Well, it was disassembled. I was able to take all the unassembled pieces and submerge them in water and scrub them all clean. I made my own. He actually had the original foam, which was totally deteriorated, but I still have it in a bag. But I went online and found, well, there's another video on how I created the replacement foam, but that foam is actually accurate. That's accurate replacement foam. Here's a transformer, same treatment. All of my vintage transformers are treated with the same method that you saw me do to this guy here. Here's Megatron. Look at this. You know, I built this Megatron out of spare parts I got off of eBay. Look at this. I mean, I should have taken before and after photos. Let me zoom out, let me pull out rather, so you can see it without being all blurry and unfocused. Look at that the shine on that. It did not look like that before. The only thing that betrays how it used to look before is you see the sticker is still kind of muddled looking, but everything else looks brand new. And I actually have some replacement stickers on here. I haven't pulled this old sticker or this old sticker off because it's intact enough that I don't think it's a good idea to destroy it. I don't think that's, I don't know, I don't like that idea, but this is a replacement sticker. Anyway, Millennium Falcon, which you saw before. Another reason why I have these all laid out for you right now, it's not just to show off. There's some precautions you need to know about before going ahead and doing what you saw me just do with this action figure. And the main precaution is stickers. Okay, Star Wars stickers they actually are okay. So far, I haven't had a problem. They're okay with dish soap. I disassembled the entire Millennium Falcon to protect the electronics. And I wanted to get all the pieces nice and clean individually, you know, thorough. But I disassembled the entire Millennium Falcon, took the 2 half shells, put them in the sink one at a time, and made sure to protect the electronics from getting wet. And the stickers survived. But once you use that Pro Shine protectant, it just eats the glue right up. I mean, the stickers are intact, but the glue goes to hell. Same thing with this thing. So if you're going to do Star Wars playsets, anything with actual stickers, any Star Wars Kenner stuff, I should say, not Hasbro, but the original vintage Kenner stuff that has stickers on it, you're going to want to protect those stickers before using the Pro Shine protectant, or just don't use Pro Shine protectant, or you might want to do what I did and have a set of replacement stickers handy nearby. You can go to ericstormtrooper.com. I think that's right. You might have to Google it. He's got stickers you can print out yourself, or if you want the genuine, the high quality reproductions, you can get them on eBay for $4 for the Millennium Falcon stickers. I think it's about $4 for the Deathstar Playset. Same thing with the Rebel Transport here. But Hasbro's, whether it's vintage or modern Transformers, the stickers are great. All these stickers, these original stickers, were hit with the Pro Shine protectant. They didn't move, they didn't budge, they stayed intact, no problem. These stickers look sort of metallic. They're much different finish to these Transformer stickers than the paper Hasbro, I'm sorry, the paper Kenner stickers. So Transformers, safe with Pro Shine protectant, dashboard cleaner. Star Wars, not so safe when it comes to stickers. So again, have some replacement stickers nearby, or make your own, or just avoid hitting the stickers themselves with the Pro Shine. That's actually what I did. This Rebel Transport got hit with Pro Shine. I just avoided the stickers. I went around the stickers. It's a little tough, but it's not impossible. So I believe that's it. Hope that helps. I haven't seen anybody else using this method yet. Maybe someone is and just hasn't gone online to talk about it, but I personally feel that it really embellished, really improved my collection. Really, it seemed like it was the final touch, you know. Well, I think that's about all there is to say about this. So, good luck, happy collecting, and thank you for watching.